Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Khan from Amazonian Angelfish, and today we will be talking about angelfish food. Over the past 10 years of my hobbies, I've collected over lots and lots of angelfish food, and I just pretty much want to give a review of each of the ones that I have worked with and I have experimented with. And there's a lot of ways to go in terms of getting fish food for your angelfishes and getting what kind of food that they want, which one is best for them. My saying is, if the fish is willing to eat the food, then that's great. If the fish is not willing to eat the food, then that fish food can go, alright? Because if they're not eating it, they're starving and they're losing health, that's not good for them, no matter how healthy the ingredients of the fish food is. So without further ado, let's get into my video. Alright guys, so today we are going to be talking about fish food in general. And as you guys know, I do keep angelfishes, and in the past I've kept a wide variety of other fishes, starting from tetras all the way to cichlids and the big predatory fish. I have tried many fish food in the past before, so as of the moment right now that I'm making this video, this is all the fish food collection that I have. Some of them are just containers that I used up. I am not promoted by any of these fish food company. I'm gonna go into details about how I feel about these fish food here and my experience with them, the good and the bad. When buying a fish food, I like to look at the ingredient on the back of the fish food to see what it's made out of. Some might have really good ingredients, but the fish might react differently to it, and the fish might not eat the food even though it's really healthy. It's kind of like giving me a salad, which I'm not going to eat because even though it's healthy, I'm not going to eat that. And if that's my only source of food in terms of the fish, if that's their only source of food, and if they're not going to eat that, they're pretty much going to starve themselves, and that's not good. Alright guys, so I'm going to talk about the new life spectrum here. And when I first started off with my fish keeping hobby, I was very picky about food. I wanted to give my fish the best possible option, and I did like pretty much a whole bunch of research. I'm sure you guys have done this before too, but to me, New Life Spectrum is like, it gives me my bang for my buck. It has like pretty good ingredients that's listed on the back of the container here. And whole Antarctic krill, giant squid, whole wheat flour, and a whole bunch of other stuff that are good for the fish. And I really like this product. This product is very good for me. It's worked wonders for me. This is I used this product at the beginning of my fish keeping hobby, and it worked. I don't keep cichlids anymore. I don't keep like well, technically angelfish is still a cichlid, but I don't feed them the pellet food anymore. This is it comes in pellets form, it comes in flake forms, and it comes in forms of wafers. The wafers has different ingredients in the back just because it's meant for like algae feeders. Feeding these to the fish do react. Like they're okay with it. They're not super excited for it or anything. They're not super like, oh, it's not like, I'm assuming it doesn't taste that great. I'm not sure what it is, but I've been saving this can specifically for my fish to grow up and eat. This one is unopened yet, so I've been trying to save this one for the fish that I want to keep and feed them this one, just because these are a little bit more on the middle to higher end in terms of pricing. Yeah, it's not the cheapest and it's not the most expensive. It's budget friendly, but if I was gonna feed my fish room, this brand would not work for me and my fish room as of the moment right now, because it is more on the higher end compared to other brands that I'm feeding them. Alright, so next up is the North Fin. I believe North Fin has top-notch ingredient, and because of that, it is more on the higher end of the spectrum in terms of pricing. According to the ingredients, it has high omega-3 DHA herring meal, whole sardine meal, whole Antarctic krill meal, wheat flour, organic kelp. It has all the good stuff in there. It's pretty good, I guess. Pretty much I used it only a little bit of it before all the other fish died out that used this product. So I just have like a big half bag here that's just sitting around. So I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll open it right now for us to take a look inside, see how the fish food are. And these are the pellets. This is how it looks like. It looks just like dog or cat food, any dry dog or cat food. And I haven't experienced much with it because my fish died out for the ones that did use these. So yeah, for now it's just sitting here until I get another predatory fish. Alright, next up in line I have the Omega-1 Super Color Flakes. I used these for a long time, and pretty much New Life Spectrum and Omega-1 was the only two fish food brand that I was using back in the days, and now I have like a big collection of these. What I did read online about Omega-1 was that I don't want to talk bad about the fish food product or anything like that, but this is strictly according to my experience. And my experience is that when using Omega-1, it has great ingredients. On the side here, it shows that it has salmon, whole herring, wheat flour, shrimp, wheat gluten, pea protein. And so it has the whole herring and the salmon as this first option here, and that's what attracted me to this brand initially. And I was just feeding my fish like normal, and nothing is going wrong until my fishes died, and I wasn't sure whether it's like the fish food or whether it's me or whether it's just the fish in general. But I read something online, and I don't remember my source, but I remember people saying that they were feeding their fish Omega-1 and their fish were dying. And I'm like, wait, my fishes were dying too, and I was feeding them Omega-1. And not sure if this is open yet or not. Yes, it is. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. And this is how it looks like. It's kind of like that pale peach orangey color. And if you look at some of the flakes here, because it has whole food in there, it has the salmon and the whole herring. I'm not sure if you guys can see this here, but the product here. But yeah, looking at the product here, I'm not sure if the camera can capture it as well, but it's different consistency, where the one on the right side is more like your normal typical fish flake food, and then there will be like flakes that's on the left side here, where I can see like little shards of bones and little shards of scales and other random stuff that is on here that might resemble like dried fish gut. So that's my concern about here, is that I know that in the wild, fish eat like whole fish all the time. That's usually how they get their source of food. But if these fish food is causing my fish to die, I don't think it's in the best of my interest to keep feeding my fish this kind of food. And although it's good food, it's killing my fish, and I don't want that to happen. And I don't know, that's just my opinion about it. Like, not all of these have like the bones and all that stuff on there, but it's kind of like a 30% mix in there that has like bones and all that other stuff in here. And if I crush it up to my like smaller fishes, the smaller fishes will eat them, and smaller fish do die out, in my experience. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped feeding my fish Omega-1 flake food. Like, I don't want to talk bad about it, but this is my honest review about Omega-1 and other food as well. Like, for example, the Norfin, it has like the on the back here, it has like the whole herring meal, the whole sardine meal, and these are finely chopped up food. I don't see a problem in it. I don't see any I don't see any sorts of bones or scales or anything on here, so these look fine to me. But I don't know, by fish that I did feed these, they did die out, so it might be a connection here that, you know, something with the whole food or something. I don't know. That's why this is just sitting on my shelf. The New Life Spectrum here, the food that I said I haven't opened yet, this is how it looks like. It's very smooth and it doesn't seem to have any of the bone particulates or any of the you know, scales or anything like that. So it looks really smooth. It looks like it's supposed to look like for every fish food out there. So that's why I'm sticking onto this one, and that's why like I'm treasuring this one here. So yeah, I really like this brand right here, and that's why I'm feeding this brand over the omega-1 fish food nowadays. Alright guys, we're gonna talk about the Sera Vipin Nature Tropical Fish Flake brand here. And this fish brand, this particular food here, is not made in the United States. It is imported, and pretty much I use these. Initially my fish didn't take too well to it, but after a while they love it, and it's like the only thing they will eat. And I'm a big fan of the Sera product. I'm a big fan of the Sera brand here, and I bought one out, and I tried it. It's good. I bought the bigger version of it, and it's done, and I'm just waiting to buy more of these. The pricing of these are decent. It's not the most expensive or the cheapest. If I was to rate, I would say that this is probably the most accurate on the medium scale in terms of pricing. Like, it's not too cheap, it's not too expensive. It's like the perfect balance in my opinion. And what I like about this is that it has 4% termitia. I really like that. The fish loves it, and you know, there's not much that I can say about it. The fish loves it. That's all I can say. Alright, rivaling the Sera brand is the Fluval Bug Bites. And I tried this before. I tried 2 of the same size here, and I love it. I'm not sure if I opened this one yet, but no, I have not. I'm gonna go ahead and open this here, and just to show you guys how it looks like inside here. And this is pretty much how it looks like. And it's kind of like the other brand where you can see like particulates in here. It's not super smooth, but I can see like black stuff, like peppered stuff in here. So I'm assuming that is like the flies or the bugs, whatever they use in here. Let's see what they says. Ingredient is dried black solder fly larvae, herring meal, potatoes, wheat germs, wheat flour, fish protein concentrate. Yeah, so it has a lot of good stuff in here. I tried this, and well, not myself, but I tried this on the fish, and initially, just like the Sera brand, the fish wasn't too excited about it, but after like half of a week, this is like all the fish would eat. Like, they wouldn't want to touch anything else. And it has an angelfish on there, and you know how I feel about that. It's like, well, if it has my fish on there, I'm gonna feed my fish. But anyways, yeah, this is the insect larvae recipe that they use in here, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm gonna feed these guys to my keepers, and that's pretty much as what my experience is. It's like, it's all good stuff, man. This is good stuff for them. Alright guys, next up here I have the extreme fish flake food. I did this is just a box of it. I did combine a whole bunch of stuff in here that looks like this, and I believe I combined 3 different products in here, but this piece right here I believe is the extreme fish flake food. So in here, you guys can see that there's omega-1 in there, and I also add some of Ken's fish food in there. I'm gonna do that review after this product here. But feeding my koi, initially I did feed them this blend where I mixed the 3 different fish product together into the same container here. the extreme flakes here are really like red compared to the other ones, and the cans are all crumbled down on the bottom there, and I'm not sure if that's doing them any good when I feed the fish, because if the fish can't really eat it, it's just polluting the water. But that's my opinion. I haven't fed this product for long. It seems like the flakes here are pretty decent. These flake here, I can't really see any particulates or anything like that, and I'm assuming it's blended really well, really fine, so that's great. The ingredients here is krill meal, fish meal, shrimp meal, wheat flour, soy flour, wheat flour, soy flour, brewer's dried yeast. And what I noticed here is that it has brewer's dried yeast, and what that does is that it gives, I forget the exact term, but it makes your fish grow fast. Because it has this ingredient in there, it's really good for them. I haven't tried this product out by itself yet, so I don't know. It has my angelfish on here. I don't know how it is to really rate it, but so far I'm gonna go ahead and retry this food. Maybe pick out the specific piece, or just throw this out and buy out new ones. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one yet, just because it has the omega-1 in there. I did feed this specific 3-brand blend to my koi angelfishes, and they have not grown at all. I don't know what it is. It might be other products that are affecting the fish. I'm biting my tongue on this, but I think it might be the omega-1 that's preventing the fish from growing. I'm not sure, or it might just be the specific fish bloodline. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop this review here, and I'm gonna go ahead and retry this extreme aquatic fish food without the addition of the other 2 brand. Alright guys, we're next up here. We're gonna talk about Ken's Premium Color Max Flake here. So I've only heard good things about this fish product, and I want to know what all the rave is about, and I went ahead and bought a 1.5 pound bag here from Ken's Fish, and I fed these to my fishes, and initially the fish wasn't accepting it, and it just took them a very long time, and they're not accepting the food. It's made out of salmon meal blend, a special mix of dried plankton, shrimp, krill, and dry spirulina algae, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I've tried this, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't know, it colors up the fish nice. Like I've seen other angelfish breeder, like they feed this, like one particular breeder used this specific brand only to color feed his angelfish, his koi fish, and the color's awesome. Like I receive angelfishes from him, I'm like, wow. And but to me, I don't know, it stains the water, and the fish doesn't accept the food falls onto the bottom of the tank, and the other food that I use, it doesn't, I guess I want to say, rot as fast as this one. So I don't know, it just fouls the water, and the koi angelfish, they don't grow, and I mean they color nicely, but they remain the same size for a very long time. They don't grow, and it might be the specific angelfish strain, as I said in other reviews for other products. But in my opinion, would I buy this again? Probably not. In my experience, I had better results with other products, so I'm gonna stick with other product. Good food to try out if you guys want, but yeah, that's just my own personal review, and I'm not bashing on Ken's Fish food or anything like that, but it's, I don't know, the pricing is okay too. It's not too bad. It's more on the cheaper middle end of the scale here. So in terms of the quantity that you get per pricing or per dollar or whatever, it's pretty good. But in terms of the fish accepting it and how it affects the fish water, I don't know. Alright guys, so next up here is probably my all-time favorite, and I'd grown up as a little kid, and I've always fed my fishes Tetra stuff, and I've grown up with it, and I moved down with the Tetra stage. I tried many different products like the Omega 1 and the New Life Spectrum, the Sera brand, the Fluval Bug Bites, and the Extreme and Ken's Fish Food, and pretty much all the popular brand name out there. And I came back to it. I came back to Tetra. It's cheap, and it does wonders. The fish breeds all the time. I use this fish food specifically to power my fish room here. I don't know. I think hands down this is the best food ever. The ingredients on the back is not the best, however, seeing how the fish accepts the food, and seeing how the fish breed and how fast the fish grows compared to other food, I think this is pretty good. The ingredient here says fish meal, dried yeast, ground and brown rice, shrimp meal, spirulina, wheat gluten, and it really makes me wonder, how the labeling company, I know that there's no restriction or whatever, but for example, compare it to New Life Spectrum, it has whole Antarctic krill, giant squid, whole wheat flour, whole Manhattan fish, and going off with other brand here, this is the Northman, and the ingredients here says herring meal, whole sardine meal, and going off with the other one, like the Omega 1, it has a salmon and whole herring. And I really wonder, fish meal, what is inside a fish meal? I don't know what it is. The sardine and the herring and the salmon, they're all fish technically, and labeling them as fish meal, it's the same thing as fish meal here, but it's just a specific type of fish. So I don't know what this is, but it does wonders for me, and this is the only thing that I'm willing to feed my fish room, to power my fish room. I love this product so much. The Tetra Color Plus is what I use specifically for my koi. I noticed that my kois aren't that vibrant in colors, and compared to other kois that the other breeders have, that they feed with power color food. I don't know, I just feel like the health of the fish is much better. The fishes are growing, and a lot more than what I have seen in the past. And this is the colored one, and this is the normal one, the Tetramin extra large flake, just to compare. This one is a little bit more brighter. This one's almost out. So it comes in different amount, as you can see here. This is the 7-ounce product, and behind here is the 2-pound product, and I love it so much that I even bought it, the 4-pound product. And I pretty much used all of this product right here already. There's nothing in there. I transferred the product in here into this product in here, so that's more manageable. And I put this product, it comes in a bag, and I put that bag in the freezer to preserve the flavor and preserve the nutrient, so it doesn't oxidize and it doesn't get bad. So yeah, that's what I do. I haven't opened this one yet. This is the biggest boy bin I've ever bought in my entire life, and it will probably last me half a year. So this is my first time opening it. I initially bought this one here, and it's okay, 6 months later I'm gonna get another one. So I'm running low on this one. I'm just gonna order randomly on Amazon. So I did that. It came as this one, and I thought it was just inflation. I'm like, bruh, why am I paying so much for this one? But yeah, it came in as a big old, pretty much the size of I think this is this almost the size of a 5-gallon bucket, a short 5-gallon bucket, but it's huge. But yeah, this is how it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and open it right now. And I've never seen how it looks packaged in here, so kind of interested to see it. I think it might be in the bag just like that one over there, but we'll see. It smells so good. Oh yeah, it's definitely in the bag. And this one was in a clear bag. This one is in a white bag, and it's just massive in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this bag here. Alright guys, I'm gonna move around here a little bit, and the audio of this might not be the best. However, I just want to showcase you guys what I do here. And pretty much what I do is that I'm gonna go ahead and open this bag right here. Like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this full bag out of this container here. And I have my Tetra Min here that's about to be done. And I'm gonna go ahead and empty it out into my fish room here real quick. Alright guys, so I have my empty Tetra Min bottle here. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw some of those new Tetra Min flake that I just opened into this bottle here. And into this container here. And what I do here is that instead of like have to worry about, oh, I'm gonna feed this fish product this day, and next day is scheduled for a different fish product. I'm gonna go ahead and combine fish product so that they are all the same in here. So I'm combining 3 fish product into one container here, so that I'm feeding them consistently throughout the week, and I wouldn't have to worry about, oh shoot, I misfed and I forgot to feed this product. So if I had the Sera brand, if I have the Sera brand, I definitely would put it in here as well, but I don't have the product anymore and I ran out. So I just put the Fluval Bug Bites in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in the New Life Spectrum with the other 2 product that's already in there. So this one I just opened, and pretty much the flakes here are pretty big. They're like ginormous big. So I'm gonna go ahead and crush them in here. Just pretty much folding it in half. And then folding it in half again. And once it gets in there, it breaks down, and it's the appropriate size that I would use. And also when I mix this, it will also break down as well. So I don't want to use too much of this. I don't know, I feel like too much of this isn't good. I feel like the fish doesn't grow as fast as with the Tetra stuff, just because the Tetra stuff, it does have the has the yeast extract, and I think the yeast extract is what makes the fish grow faster. So I'm gonna tone down a little bit on this product here. I know that this is good for the baby angelfish to grow, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of the Tetra Min in here as well, just because I love this product, and the fish can't have enough, you know. The cap on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix all the food product together. Alright, let's see how it looks like. Alright, and it's pretty much all mixed up together. You can see the Tetra mixed with the New Life Spectrum, and the Bug Bites is in there as well too. It's smaller, so you can't really see it. But yeah, they're all mixed in here. I know that this specific blend will not last me for a long time, just because I have so much fish in the fish room. Soon enough, the Fluval Bug Bites will run out, and soon enough, the New Life Spectrum will run out. So when that does happen, I'm probably not gonna feed any more of the New Life Spectrum, just because I feel like it's good, but it's too strong, and I had to flavor it down. I have to tone it down. At least that's my opinion of it. However, it's really good quality, and I wouldn't trade anything else for it. But you know, I have to be mindful of my budget for my fish room, and having only a couple of tanks that allows you to feed the fish the best product, the best quality, and I would go New Life Spectrum hands down. Tetra Min, I would vouch for the Tetra Min. I'm a big worshipper of the Tetra Min. It has worked wonders for me, and these two run out. I know this is good for growing angelfish babies. They grow well because it has the bugs in them, the high protein diet. That's what they need. And you know, if I'm out of it, then I probably won't use it anymore for a while, probably until next year when I start breeding again. Just because I have a lot of these left, it will last me for a little bit. And going with the Tetra, I know that other breeders that are having issues with females not laying enough eggs or not laying quality eggs after they switched with the Tetra with their fish food in the fish room. It has worked wonders for them. There are females who would lay eggs like constantly, and that's what's going on with me. My angelfish lays eggs constantly, almost every 2 weeks, and I can't say enough for this fish brand here. I love this fish brand here. I wouldn't give anything else into my fish room. But yeah, like I have like legit the whole bag over there, and you know, I have all of that to use, and I would use only that, strictly Tetra. I have used this for the past 6 months, and just strictly Tetra. I didn't even like use any of this stuff like the new light spectrum and the bug bites. All my fish in my fish room are doing great, and I've used it in the last 6 months. It's so awesome. Like I wouldn't use anything else. I just wanted it to change up just for this video here. For those of you that do have a lot of fish food and you forget that, oh shoot, I'm supposed to feed this one Monday, this one Tuesday, and this one Wednesday, and the rest on Thursday and Friday or whatever. Go ahead and just mix them all up like I did with this one, and go ahead and mix it all up just like my extreme flake food here. But I decided not to go this route anymore. That's one of the downfall, is if you decide not to go with a certain food because you feel a certain way about certain food, then pretty much all of this becomes a waste for you. So I do like these two brands over here, and that's why I decided to put it all in here, and I know that it's gonna work out for me. So that's the decision that I made. And in the meantime, to preserve this product here, instead of just because the bag is open, I open it with a knife. It's not a sealed product, even though there is a lid here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bag here into a 2-gallon Ziploc bag, and it's a pretty big bag. I don't have it with me here, but I'll have to go and buy it later. I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna Ziploc it so that it's zip sealed. I double bag it and I double zip it, just so that all the moisture is still inside of the product. It doesn't get oxidized, it doesn't lose any of its smell, it doesn't lose any of its nutrients. So that's one of the things that I do, because this will last me probably 6 months, and I just don't want it to sit in the normal room temperature for 6 months, and the ingredients here gets degraded. Alright guys, so this is the 3 different brand of flakes mixed up together in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of it and feed it to my angels. And these are the babies that are waiting to be fed. They are, let's see, there's a quarter there. Let's see, one comes up. They're about between nickel and quarter size. Alright, now they're really digging in. They like the flavor now, and now they're really digging into my fingers. They're really pecking it out. And I'm gonna go ahead and reveal my thumb here, and it allows them to go ahead and get some more of the food here. So yeah, like I said, it takes some time for the angelfish to slowly adjust to the food, to gain the flavor, because it's definitely something new, and it shows that these fishes are not picky at all. Even if it's new food, they just gotta make sure that it's something that's edible, because they've never tasted anything like that flavor before. So yeah, they're going crazy at it right now. They're definitely pecking at my hand, pecking at the flake. And I suggest you guys do this to your fish too if you want interaction. The fish definitely do recognize me and recognize my hand whenever I put my hand in there to clean up to suction up all their poop in the waste. They do go and they nibble at my arm, nibble at my fingers. They think that's food, so it's kind of like a positive reinforcement, and to assure the fish that you're not a threat and you are a friend, and whenever you're there, there's going to be food, and that allows them to know that, you know, they have very good cognitive memory, where they memorize that, hey, it's you, it's you're their friend and you're not there to harm them, and they're always rushing up to the tank every time that I'm nearby. So yeah, this is another way to interact with your fishes. I did do an experiment where I handheld some of these food. When the fishes are bigger, I do notice that for the ones that I never hand feed like this, they would never come up to me. However, for the one that I did hand feed when they were younger like this, and it's been like what, probably 3-4 months that has passed, they still come up to my hand and they still eat right from my hand. So they do have very strong cognitive memory, and you know, it goes to show that fish aren't dumb. They're really smart individuals. They know who each others are. And same with pairs, you can put them together, they'll break up, they'll come back together, they'll know who's who. You know, these are really smart individuals, really smart fishes, and it's not just something that you just, you know, change the water and just look at them. You can also interact with them just like a puppy. Alright guys, so I just turned on the light this morning, and the one in the back there, that's Pluto, and you guys know that she is my confirmed female, and I'm trying to pair her up with the fish in front of her here. And last night I got a really big surprise, guys. We've got eggs. However, the eggs are not from Pluto. These eggs here are actually from this one right here. How do I know? Pluto's papilla is still down and her stomach is still big, so she's about to lay in the next couple of days. Yesterday morning I did see that this one was full and swollen. Her belly was full and swollen and her papilla is down. So for sure this one has laid eggs, and now I have 2 females in here, and these are all the eggs. These has not fungused yet. I don't know why, and they're supposed to be all fungused already. However, I think some of the milt came from this guy right here, because this one over here bred, and this tank is just full of milt. They pretty much, both females, they bred the same day, and you know, they laid eggs the same day, and I think some of the milt got on over, and it fertilized some of these eggs over here. So it's very surprising, and yeah, good to know that this one is a female. This one was pretty aggressive in the 55-gallon tank, and I'm just assuming that's a male. So I threw her in here and she turned out to be a female, so that's good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and pair her with another male that I have, and in the future hopefully we have some Philippine blue stripeless babies. And guys, the Tetra brand has worked so well for me. It has worked wonders for me in the fish room, and I don't have that much breeding pairs, but I have a lot of combinations that I do use, and Tetra has worked wonders. It's constantly giving me eggs like this, and each and every single one of these pairs are always laying eggs every 2 weeks or so, every week and a half or so. And you know, this is what happens. Like, I have so much eggs and so much babies that I cannot possibly pull out all the eggs here and take care of all the eggs here. And over here, you know, the red dragons are spawning again. This is their 3rd spawn ever since I got them, and they are laying right now as we are speaking. And yeah, it just works wonder. Tetra is something else. Like, I tried other brand and it's not as successful for me. Like, it might grow up the baby angelfishes, but it doesn't make the parents reproduce like this. Like, this is like, Tetra is like steroid for me. I don't know what it is, but it's worked a lot for me. So this is like real life experience from me to you guys. Alright guys, thanks for checking out my video all the way to the very end here. I truly appreciate it. And if you guys do like my content, go ahead and subscribe below. It really helps me out, it helps out the channel grow. And you know, it's a clear, obvious winner that Tetra is the winning brand for my fish food that I use for my fish room here in terms of quality, in terms of affordability, and in terms of feeding all the fishes in the fish room. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Alright guys, I'm gonna close this video here. I'll see you guys on the next one.